How you guys doing? You gonna say hi?
Hello.
Hi. If you noticed, somebody's not here. I don't know. Did she put that in the description? I don't
I
know if
don't
she
think she
did.
did. She's
Yeah.
not feeling good.
Yeah, she's tested negative for the Coco Roro for several days, but she feeling like she has a cold, so she's
Under the weather.
under the weather. She's tired. She's
Yeah.
snuggling with puppies downstairs. So I have a substitute.
Yes.
This is your like third or fourth show. So
I'm subbing something like that.
yeah, it's like you should be an expert at this.
No.
But hi everybody, my name is Hannah, and the other part of Journey of the Gingers is typically not this guy. It's my mother, Laurie. But this is her other half, which is my dad. What's your
Hi,
name?
I'm William.
There you go. People like him. They're always like, "Where's William? Where's William?" And I'm just like, he's around here somewhere. But I have a list that was provided to me by my mother because I am usually not the narrator of these lives. I am the what is it? I read the comments. Yeah, I read the comments. Part. But yeah, tell us something good. If you have any good news or a celebration to share, countdown to a cruise or a vacation, any milestones, things like that. She gave me our countdown. So we have 14. Well, not you. Sorry, you had
you and your mother.
My mom and I are going on a cruise in 14 days, which is shocking because do you know the last time I've been on a cruise?
I don't.
The Magic. 2019. June.
Is that before? That was after me and your mother went.
When? No,
I was after.
with you. I was with you.
Oh.
Oh my god, that's when we had to fly down to Miami.
No, I wasn't with you on that.
Yes, you were. We had the aft. That was the first time we were on the aft.
Is that when the thunderstorm and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then, right. But the next trip you're on, we're going to New York, and that's in 58 days. You excited?
Yes, bucket list.
Yes, and then neither of us are on this countdown, but Mom will be on the Carnival Sunshine again in 79 days. Neither of us are going to be on it.
Yeah. We'll be babysitting duties.
Yep. Someone said, well, Laurie, you look different.
Oh, was it an improvement or not?
I don't know about that. Oh, my goodness.
She did go to her beautician today.
Yeah. She's just tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. But trying to see. Okay, so she said tonight we are going to be going over tips for planning a great trip to Las Vegas because we just got back from Las Vegas on Saturday.
That was my bucket list too.
Well, the good news is that you know a couple of things, so your input will be helpful during this live.
Yes.
I have a new video coming out tomorrow at 9 a.m. Can you believe that your Alaska vlog is still going on?
No.
Yeah, I have like 3 more videos I have to edit, and I'm not looking forward to the ship tour one.
Wow.
That's a lot of time that's going to go into that one. But we're going to have a new video tomorrow. That is when you and Mom go to Ketchikan and you go on the excursion where you watch them catch crabs. And you eat the crabs.
Yes.
And then we have no live next week and no live the week after that because next week is Thanksgiving and the week after that, Mom and I will be on a cruise. Maybe you and Jarrell should do it. Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, like you see, you do that one. Talk that one up.
But let us go ahead and start saying hey to the people in the chat. First, we have Miss Janice Gregory. Hello, hello. And then we have Meg's Fun Times, our amazing moderator. And then we have Cruise Nuts. There we go. Hello. SET Adventures. It's so hard doing this at the same time. And there's
Loose, was it Lovey's?
Yeah. I'll get to the. You don't have to scroll down, right? It's not the other way around, right? Okay.
Go ahead.
There's Ryan. Hello, Ryan. Is Boston cold today? Because it's cold here.
It's not cold. It's chilly. Boston is probably cold.
Yeah. But let's see. Lovey's Fat Life is here. Hi, Mike and Michelle. And then we have Will Cooper. Hello, hello, hello. Josie J is here. And then there's one of our favorite Canadians, Nick Torres. Hello, Nick.
Are they from Canada?
Why do you think I said?
I mean, they could be Canucks that live in America now. I don't know.
No, he lives in Canada. He
Okay.
legit lives.
Now it's probably freezing there.
He legit lives. I just wouldn't say one.
So, you know, it goes chilly, cold, freezing, and then sub-zeros.
Oh my gosh, why would I say one of my favorite Canadians if he wasn't in Canada? Alright, then there's Felicia. Hello, hello. Getting down to the bottom of the thing. Okay, there we go. Alright.
What is this? Yes, William.
Yes, William and Jarrell. The William and Jarrell show would be epic. Oh, I don't know if they would know what to do, to be totally honest. Well, Jarrell would know what to do.
Yeah, he would know.
That spit went down the wrong pipe just now. But yeah, if you guys have any good news to put in the chat, feel free to share with us. And if you have any countdowns or upcoming trips or just, you know, anything good and positive to put in the chat, that would be great. And then what was I going to say? Oh, we need to recognize our moderators. What did I do?
Well, Lori, you look different.
I highlighted that.
Oh.
Do you feel uncomfortable in front of the camera sometimes?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. He said, this is Nick from Canada. He said, oh, it's cold. We had our first snowfall yesterday.
Yeah, I said it should be freezing there.
And then this is Ryan. He's from Boston. He said, high 30s right now. Overnight,
it's
low
cold.
33.
Yeah, it's cold there. See?
Is it hellen cold? It's probably a bit
No,
cold.
it's chilly here. It's not hellen cold.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I shouldn't say that compared to their I compare it to my cold weather training in Fort McCoy, Wisconsin. That was cold.
And then we have Darlene. Hello, Darlene. So we need to recognize our moderators. We have Anthony Simone, Jane and Travels, Rayleigh Creative Travel, Fisher Fun Ventures, SET Adventures, Lovey's Fat Life, Boardman, aka Kenneth Oakes, and Meg's Fun Time. Thank you all for being moderators. And then there's Travel with Eric B. Hello. And then there's Paul. Hello. All right. So if you... Oh, I got somebody else. I got Moonlight Ventures. Hey, guys. If you guys have any questions about anything while we talk about like our trip to Las Vegas and our tips and tricks for how to plan a good trip to Las Vegas, please feel free to put it in the chat. Just use the word question and then ask what you want to ask. The question helps me see that you actually have a question. So thank you. So let us... Oh, hello, Kaya. Hello. Let me go ahead and pull this up. All right. Mom created this. Good thing is that she created it on Tuesday. She thought she would be here, but she is here with us by creating this this tips and tricks thing. So we're going to start by with things to avoid, and then things we like, things that will help your trip. But we're going to start with things to avoid. And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. Oh, we got a countdown before we start. 10 days until solo cruise on the Oasis of the Seas. Do you think you could ever cruise by yourself?
No.
You require Mom?
Yeah, but I don't think a cruise is meant for...
Yeah, people do it all the time.
No.
You talk to people. You talk to a wall. You can do it. But I would do it. I'm an introvert. I would do it. But we're going to start with things to avoid. So, Dad, things to avoid. These are called the quote-unquote freebies. So these are things that when you're walking down the strip...
A pitfall to stay away from.
Yeah. stay away from these things. So, one is CDs. So there will be people that are like, "Hey, man, you want to listen to my new demo?" And then act like they're about to give you a CD. When in fact, when you take the CD, they're gonna ask some money for it up front, cash, like 10, $20, maybe more. And then a lot of times the CD is blank.
Yeah.
Didn't you have somebody try to offer you a CD?
No, no, not the CD, but the bracelet thing.
I thought that was a CD.
Bracelet thing.
Well, then the other is photo opportunities with characters or showgirls. So the showgirls that are walking on the strip are typically not affiliated with any hotel, resort, or anything.
Yeah.
So they're going to be like, "Oh, do you want a picture with us?" And then they're going to ask for cash right after you take the picture. And typically there is always somebody around the corner that is watching the girls. And so if you don't pay and you try to walk away, they'll have somebody stop you and you will have to get cash from somewhere. They will follow you to get cash if they have to. And then bracelets. Bracelets are like a common thing. A guy just walked straight up to mom, try to give her a bracelet, but once they try to put it on your wrist, they ask for money right away.
Yeah.
They'll actually try to put it on you. But yeah, those are just some things that we say quote unquote freebies are not actually free. So you need to avoid that. It's very common on the strip.
Yeah, I mean they if you go to Fremont, they work in those little circles, but they also they're on the regular strip, the regular going down the main strip, and when you go across on was it those crosswalk overs,
the pedestrian bridges?
Yeah, they're on them things big time.
Yeah. So what he's talking about with the circles is that on Fremont, anybody who is trying to like busk or they're trying to get money somehow, they have to stay within a circle on Fremont. And yeah, but on the strip, they will just be out and about. There's no circles for them to stay in. SET said they have 13 days to the sunshine. That's exciting. Let's see. Eric B said, first thing I would say is make a list for Vegas, but you can't do it all so much to do for everyone. I recommend that you go more than 3 days. Yes. Rent a car and take some day trips. You definitely need more than 3 days.
Yeah, you definitely. Yeah. There was one good thing. I don't know if she put it on here, but the night open bus tour.
Yeah.
I think that was one of my things.
Yeah, Dad and Mom went on an open top. It's like a double-decker bus, and it was like an open top bus where they had a tour guide drive them around Las Vegas and tell them like facts and things like that. But let us go to our next thing, and that is ATM machines in casinos.
Didn't use none.
Well, there's a reason why you didn't use them. None. Well, the thing is that Mom and I do our research, and you're welcome for that. So casinos, of course, you can bet using a card or you can use cash. We prefer to use cash, but if you want to bet using cash and you don't have any money on you, we would recommend you try to go to a bank and don't go to ATM machines in casinos, because what a normal charge on an ATM would be, try to think 2 or 3 times that in a casino out of convenience. So you could try to be taking out $100, but you'll be paying $10 or $15 in ATM fees. So it's really not worth it.
Well, that's just for them, and your bank might charge you as well because it's not connected or associated with.
Yeah, but that is ATM fees. We didn't really gamble that much. I spent $5. I won 10. Did you lose?
I lost.
Yeah, you spent what, $10?
I think I spent 20.
Yeah.
I lost.
All right. Walking in areas off the strip at night. I would add to this, if you're a woman, I wouldn't walk alone anywhere in Vegas at night. Anywhere. But walking in areas off the strip at night, you're going to get more of those freebies people, and it's just not going to be a good experience for you. But no matter who you are, you definitely need to have a buddy walking with you. So
And I think not to be the ugly part, but I think the homeless are more out at night than they are during the daytime.
yeah, Vegas is. I always have to say, compared to when Mom and I went in 2019, Vegas's homeless population has grown exponentially. It's probably due to the pandemic, but there's a lot more homeless people visibly that you see on the strip than there was when we were there. Also, there was 2 homeless people with dogs, and I really wanted to take those dogs home. So, yeah, I'm sure you can handle yourself. um, I have anger problems, so I would say things that would not be very pleasant if I was, approached at night. It would not
Well,
be.
I mean, it was upsetting when we went. We did the tour bus, and they let us have an hour and 20 minutes or 30 minutes. I think it was an hour and a half at Fremont Street,
Oh
and it was
gosh.
during the week. And I was thinking it's a school night, and a mom had her children performing in a circle. I mean, that was a little upsetting to me.
Yeah, she was like trying to get money, while performing on Fremont at like 9 o'clock at night with her 2 elementary school children.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, so Dad wasn't happy about that. Next, hello, beach, please. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jaywalking. Mom told me about this. She says that if you get caught jaywalking,
$600 fine.
no, the average is a $90 fine. It could possibly go up, but the average is a $90 fine, and it's considered a misdemeanor.
That was more than that.
Yeah, no, it's you do not want to be caught.
I just didn't want to get ran over.
Yeah. The
I didn't want
funniest
to get run over.
the funniest thing, I don't know if I told you this. Do you know what Paw Patrol is?
Why? I mean, I know it's a cartoon.
Okay, do you know it's a cartoon about dogs, right?
Yeah, it's a cartoon. I know that.
Okay, the main character is a police officer dog.
Yeah.
Okay, Jarrell and I was walking down the strip, and we turned.
Oh yeah, your mom told me that.
We turned, and there was this individual dressed up like that character, the police officer dog from Paw Patrol, and he was receiving a fine from the police, the actual police, but he still had his head on, so it looked like the dog from Paw Patrol was receiving a fine. I should have taken a video, but I didn't. Paul was getting fined by the police. There's Jarrell. He was getting cited by the police. Yeah. It was funny. Hello, Betsy. Hello, hello, hello. But yeah, I just thought it was funny. Over planning your trip. I would definitely have to say you are going to need time to rest in Vegas. Because there's a lot of walking involved, and if you think that you can walk up and down the strip within 30 minutes, that's a joke.
No.
Because from like Mandalay Bay, even from Mandalay Bay to, I would even say, like Treasure Island, it's about 45 minutes to an hour.
Well, it's not just that; it's the crowds and the waits and stuff like that. I mean, you're not gonna be able to time it accordingly by specific hours and stuff like that. I would say everything. I mean, and we didn't go during probably the we went during the week, so it's not the normal rush hour or vacation time. You got to take that in a factor what time of year you go and all that.
We were in off season.
Yeah, so I mean, it'd be a lot more people and a lot of other things going on probably too that that might restrict traffic flow and they block off roads.
Yeah. But I'll have to say it. Darrell and I went to Area 15, which is amazing. It's like a place that has all these different exhibitions and exhibits and things like that. We went to a Mega Mart, which is, I honestly think that a Mega Mart was probably my favorite thing during my trip. You didn't get to experience it.
No.
But it was like trippy and it was fun. I felt like a kid. We spent 4 hours in there, and then we went to the Lost Spirits Distillery right after that. And The next day we had to go to the Grand Canyon, and I felt so bad because I felt like I wore Jarrell out from the time we spent at Area 15 and then going straight into the Grand Canyon the next day and waking up so early. He was so tired.
Yeah, he was.
He was so tired. And so it's very important to have breaks because right after the Grand Canyon, we didn't have anything actually like planned. So he was able to relax and try to gain energy back. I have to say this. I don't have energy in my everyday life, but I have energy when it comes to vacation. Yeah, like I want to do everything. But when I come back, I take naps on the daily basis. I would have to say that. Like, so there's Area 51, and then there's Area 15. So Area 51, you can actually take a tour bus out there. You can't really see much, but they'll take you to the gates of Area 51.
Yeah.
But Jarrell and I went to Area 15.
Which is a commercialized thing.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. They have different like VR experiences. Omega Mart is like an art exhibition, but also like interactive, like 3-story thing. Lost Spirits Distillery was like a circus, and a rum distillery had a baby, and that's Lost Spirits Distillery. Area 15 is a place that I would highly recommend. It is not walkable from the strip. You will have to take a lift there. I would honestly recommend you take a lift anyway if you were going to the Lost Spirits Distillery, because that rum was strong. I think one of them was 124 proof, and it was they don't give you a light serving. You get 4 shots of rum at least, and it is strong. But I highly recommend Area 15. Hello, Holly Airs. Welcome. But yeah, you don't want to have everything planned out to the hour either, because what's nice about Vegas is that the resorts, just walking the resorts will fill up your day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to explore, like, for example, Caesar's Palace, massive. Like,
oh yeah,
you just keep walking.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah, and so I would leave room just to be adventurous. You know, what's the word?
Curious. I would
spontaneous.
Say, you know,
and find things.
It might give you other ideas for the future trips there when you maybe come back to Vegas, just to see, because especially if it's your first time and you've never experienced any of it.
Yeah. Let's see. Will Cooper said I would have to combine Vegas with a cruise out of LA, or a road trip to southwestern US, including Grand Canyon. So we actually went to the Grand Canyon. So we went with a tour group that's called One Day Tours. It is a small business. I think there's only like 5 people within the business.
Yeah, I think there's because she didn't come back after COVID or something.
Yeah, so
I think there's only 5.
Yeah, so my mom and I went with. Hello. This is why we don't. Gosh, your phone is dirty. Put it in your phone. But we went with One Day Tours, and we went in 2019, and we liked them so much that when Jarrell and my mother's giving me directions via text message. She says, you can't see me. I'm in a small box anyways. You can't see me anyways. But we went with One Day Tours, and they take a like Mercedes van, and we only had like 10 people in our van, and they take us to the Hoover Dam and to the west rim of the Grand Canyon. It was a very enjoyable experience provided by One Day Tours. Now, Mother Nature, on the other hand, was not very kind to us on the Grand Canyon day.
No.
The amount of wind and how cold it was ridiculous.
I didn't think it was going to get that cold.
It was so cold, and the dirt was everywhere. It was in my ears. It was just flying everywhere. Don't get me wrong. Grand Canyon, beautiful. You should go to it. Just plan on Mother Nature not being kind to you. When my mom and I went to the Grand Canyon, perfect day, perfect weather. Can't ask for a better day. When we went this past week, it wanted to knock us over the edge with the wind. There's this one picture I have of Jarrell holding Dad by his jacket while Dad was taking a picture, just so Dad wouldn't get pushed over by the wind. So yeah, you need time to recuperate for things like that.
I think if you definitely want to see Mother Nature in its all,
and its fury,
you got to go to the Grand Canyon. And then if you want to see what man can do and their capabilities of dreams and stuff, the Hoover Dam is definitely a must too.
Did you like the Hoover Dam a lot?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was one of the things that Dad said. He's like, I want to see the Hoover Dam. I want to see the Hoover Dam so bad. And so Dad and I took a really good picture of Dad with the Hoover Dam behind him. But what happened for us to get that picture?
Oh my God, that wind was unreal.
Yeah. So if you go to the Grand Canyon, just be prepared. Mother Nature may not be on your side. It may be on your side, but it may not. But we highly recommend one-day tours because it was a pleasant experience because of them.
Especially a smaller group. I think it was more family friendly or something.
It was more personalized, I would say, versus like a 50-person or
40-person bus
or charter bus. Yeah. Let's see. People were like, Area 15. Yes, you should definitely go to Omega Mart. You have hiccups. You can go to Lost Spirits Distillery, but go to Omega Mart especially. Excuse me. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, no. It's not. Dad doesn't know about New York.
No, that's on my bucket list.
No.
It's on my bucket list.
That's not what we're talking about.
Oh, you're talking about the New York?
No, that's so Meg is talking about when I was talking about. I'm telling you this for the first time when she was talking about the rum tasting at the Lost Spirits Distillery. So she was talking about, is this another New York situation?
Oh,
do you know about this? Do you know what happened when I went to the drag brunch?
No.
I had bottomless mimosas.
Oh.
And it didn't end well.
Your mother was with you?
Yes, in New York City.
Oh.
And I ended up vomiting outside the Harry Potter store in one of their potted plants.
Oh.
And
wow, they know about this.
You don't know.
Oh, they know about this.
Because I told them.
You told the audience this?
Yes, I didn't tell you.
It's a little personal. I feel like I'm on a
State
Farm commercial.
What?
Oh my goodness.
I didn't want to tell you that. But I thought it was funny because of that comment. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, here we go. He said, went to the Grand Canyon. This is Jarrell. Jarrell is my boyfriend. He also went to Vegas. Yeah. So if you don't know, went to the Grand Canyon with gale force winds and cold weather. It was risky business. Yeah, it was. Lovey said the Hoover Dam is cool. Yeah, it is. They said that they went to Vegas in May and it was in the 90s, but it got down to 40 at the Grand Canyon.
Hannah's spilling the tea. What?
Hannah's spilling the tea. Do you know what that means? Hannah's telling all the business.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like a.
No, I am not a big drinker because of that anymore. Hi, Matthew. Thank you for coming. Thank you. But yeah, so next, but the whole point of this slide that we've been on for the past 7 minutes, have time to rest, because you're going to need time to rest. On her last day, I think. No. Hold on. What did we do? Oh no. Not our last day, but the day before, our last full day. Jarrell and I slept in until noon because we were so tired. That was the day at the Bacchanal.
Yeah, I think that's when we went to.
I don't know where you guys went. But now we have tips to how to enjoy your trip.
She took me to Eat Italian or something.
Oh no. That was another day. Oh. No, you wouldn't go to Italy on the Bacchanal.
Italy, yes, was.
On the Bacchanal day. You went to the Bellagio to walk around in the Cosmopolitan. How do you enjoy your trip? Plan and share your trip. And we recommend TripIt. So this helps, especially if you're going with several individuals, so they can see what's already planned on your itinerary, and they can also make contributions if they choose to, want to go to a specific activity, specific restaurant, things like that. What's nice about TripIt is that if you link it to your email account, they will automatically link your reservations to your itinerary for shows and restaurants and hotels and flights. And it's very nice, and I highly recommend TripIt. You weren't on our TripIt app, but me, Jarrell, and Mom were.
Oh, I probably have TripIt, but
yeah, you just trusted us with the process.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I know my significant other had my back.
Yeah, Mom has your back. Hey Blaine. Hi Blaine. Hi Blaine. Hi Blaine. Okay. If you didn't know, Las Vegas is in the freaking desert. It's in the middle
of
the...
Is that it?
No.
Oh. And I don't have it.
Yeah, no, I know you don't have it. If you did not know, Las Vegas is in the middle of the Nevada desert, and it is very dry. To the point that when people like us who come from, humidity and living next to rivers and lakes goes to the desert, we dry up. Legit. Like, my mouth is still recovering from how dry it was. I woke up every morning with a dry mouth. I had to drink like 3 bottles of water before I left. You need chapstick, you need lotion, and you need nasal spray, like saline nasal spray. When I first went to Las Vegas, I did not have saline nasal spray. I had the worst sinus pressure, and I had nosebleeds. Saline spray, I did not have it this time. My nose bled the entire time I was in Las Vegas because it was so dry the first time. It did not do it this time. Yeah. Jarrell said his hands just were so dry that he had to put lotion on it like 8 times a day. So prepare for it to be dry. Check the weather before you pack. This is because of the Grand Canyon. Somebody didn't have the appropriate clothes, and that would be him. To the point,
I didn't think it was going to get that cold.
To the point that his wife had to take him to Ross or Marshall's, one of the two, to get.
No, it was Marshall's.
I know, to get him clothes, but he was still so cold. Even after that, he had to buy a jacket that says the Grand Canyon on it.
No, it says Arizona. Let's get it straight.
From the Grand Canyon.
No, it just says Arizona.
But where'd you purchase it at?
It was at the Grand Canyon.
Okay, that's what Arizona. Thank you. So please learn from him and check the weather before you pack, because sometimes you need layers. Everybody else check the weather. You did not. No.
I didn't think it was going to be that cold.
It makes it I no longer want to go to Vegas. Why? Oh, because of how dry it is.
Yeah. No, it's not as bad as you think. It's not like you can turn into a prune or a raisin or something.
If you don't hydrate, you will. All right. So the next tip is daily resort fees. Do you know what this is, Dad?
I imagine it's something to deal with just your everyday billing cycle stuff.
Okay. So what this is that if you stay at a hotel on the Strip, you will most likely be paying resort fees. What resort fees are, by the hotel standards, are for access to their pool, for access to the gym, all their amenities, things like that. So let's say, for example, the MGM Grand, they're like, oh, our hotel is $70 a night. Perfect. You are just paying for the room, and they are going to add on the resort fees, which can go up to $50 a day. So what turned out to be $70 is now going to be around possibly $120 because you did not consider the resort fees. Get it now?
Yeah.
But did you know that the hotel we stayed at, the Marriott Grand Chateau, has no resort fees?
All I know is very friendly, and it's very considerate all the way around for family and economic budgeting.
Well, we'll get into that. So Marriott Grand Chateau, it it's not directly on the strip, but it's literally a stone's throw from the strip. Like you walk up the street like a couple hundred feet and you're on the strip. You are looking at the Cosmopolitan. You are right next to Planet Hollywood. You are so close on the strip. And when you're staying at the Marriott Grand Chateau, there are no resort fees. We visited during the off season, so we got an amazing deal.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. But what's really nice is that the Marriott Grand Chateau has a full kitchen, and it's stocked with silverware plates, cooking utensils, all that fun stuff, and a full-size fridge and freezer. It also comes with a washer and dryer.
Yeah.
Yep. So that brings...
And 2 TVs in the living room with the bedroom.
And a dining room table.
Yes.
And a bathtub.
And it also has a gym and a pool.
But we did not utilize it.
We didn't utilize it.
Yeah.
The kids did and froze their tails off.
Yeah, I bet they did. But the reason why we were talking about the kitchen at the Marriott Grand Chateau is because we used Instacart. Now, Las Vegas, great place, has delicious food, but the food is very expensive because you're in a touristy area, but also because they have to import that food. Do you think that food is coming from the desert? Absolutely not. So it's going to be more expensive because they're importing it from far distances.
California.
Yeah, to get to the desert. And then, of course, you're just, on the strip sometimes. So your food is going to get expensive. You don't want to have to eat out for everything. So I would recommend, if you have the ability to get Instacart and save on some meals, because Jarrell and I ate, I think, breakfast every day except for one day there.
Well, it's not just save you on meals, but I think it'll save you on your planning time frame, because then you ain't going to worry about getting up earlier and have to stop and go to this place. You can grab something, from the kitchenette.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's our tip. Now, the next thing regarding food is you need to get reservations in Vegas. It's not a joke. You need reservations in Vegas. You will be waiting. If you don't, you will be waiting 30 minutes to an hour to get reservations. Our first meal was at a great restaurant, but we arrived on a Saturday night. And thankfully, I had a reservation, and we only waited like a couple of minutes for us to be seated. But the people that were coming in after us who didn't have a reservation were told that they would have to wait 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
It's not worth your time when you have limited time on vacation to be waiting to be seated at a restaurant. Just make a reservation. A lot of these places open 90 days beforehand. The place that we went to, they opened 90 days, I think. Yeah, they opened up in July. So it's just, that's more than 90 days, I think. No, they opened up in August. But some places are 30 days. Some places are a week ahead of time. You can make a reservation. Just check to see when you can make a reservation, if there's a specific place that you want to eat. But you definitely need reservations on the weekends, because if you don't, for dinner especially, you will be waiting a very long time. Speaking of restaurants, which restaurants were our favorites? Don't say yours yet, because yours has a slide, but we'll start with mine. And mine was our first restaurant we ate at, which was on a Saturday night, which I had a reservation for. It was called Nacho Daddy.
Yeah.
I freaking love this place. Their nachos were delicious. Dad had fajitas. They set his fajitas on fire.
Yeah, did we take a picture of that?
Yeah, we took a video. They had delicious salsa. It was spicy, but it was like a numb spicy. And Jarrell got some guacamole, delicious guacamole. And yeah, nachos that you can definitely share amongst people.
We had the bottomless nachos, that's right.
We had the bottomless salsa and chips and salsa. But yeah, I love Nacho Daddy. And it was right next to the Marriott Grand Chateau, so we didn't have to walk too far. But that was my favorite meal, and that was our first meal. The next person is my mom, and she liked this place. So this was actually our last meal that we had, other than snacks.
Yeah, that
Vegas.
was on our last day. Yeah. It was.
So Jarrell and I were looking up places, and Jarrell was like, "Oh, I want a place that has sushi." And then he was like, "What about a sushi burrito?" And so this is a sushi burrito. It's literally a sushi roll made big enough to be a burrito. And so it's at this place called Ja Burrito. This was Mom's favorite place to eat. She had, you can eat it as the sushi burrito, or you can have a sushi bowl. So she had a sushi bowl.
And I had one too.
Yeah, and she said it was absolutely delicious. This place, you cannot do reservations. It's literally quick service, but they are fast and they're very effective, and it's very delicious and a good price. So, yeah. Oh, Jarrell says his favorite place was Jaw Burrito as well. Yay!
Oh.
So Mom and Jarrell agree. But yeah, Jarrell and I were like, oh, sushi burritos sound really weird. We can't get that here. So we went to Jaw Burrito, and I'm glad everybody liked it. And then the next one is your favorite, which was, do you know how to say it? The Bacchanal Buffet at Caesar's Palace. So the Bacchanal Buffet is a place that I highly, 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 highly recommend that you get a reservation. When Mom and I and Mimi went back in 2019, they were not accepting reservations. They closed down the Bacchanal, did some renovations, did some restructuring. Now they take reservations. You need it. Because there's a line, there's two separate lines. There's one line for people who have reservations,
and the walk-out.
And then there's the walk-in line, which the walk-in line, what that is that you wait for a table to open up. You wait until people are done eating. Reservations, you are guaranteed a table.
Yeah.
Right away. All you gotta do is pay. Yep. You pay up front, and then once you are seated at your table, your waiter writes down the time, and you have 90 minutes from that time to enjoy the buffet. Yep. Which you ate up right up to the last freaking minute.
I did. I can't believe somebody at work asked me, because I told him what it was like, and he says, "Did you eat any pizza?" Pizza? Are you cracked? I'm like, I ain't paid $80 to go eat pizza.
Yeah, but the Bacchanal has an amazing seafood portion.
God.
They have every single type of crab possible. They got lobster claws,
shrimp, all kinds. I mean, they had a Creole broil
prawn
with prawn shrimp. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I just killed that, but I tried the bone marrow and the lamb they had and the prime rib.
What's nice about the Bacchanal is they have different sections. So they have like the seafood section, the meat carving section, Italian, like Korean, Chinese,
Japanese,
Mexican, and then they have the best dessert bar I have ever seen.
It was nice.
It was delicious. If you want a buffet, it is a little on the pricier side. This was our most expensive meal. It was like $80 per person. But if you eat two plates of that seafood, you have paid for your food, because the cost of seafood in Las Vegas is stupid expensive.
Oh, anywhere. Yeah. Seriously, if you get one plate of crab claws, lobster claws or crab legs, be it Dungeness or snow crab, which ones you ever get, you're gonna pay for your meal.
Yeah. So Bacchanal, great place. It's at Caesar's Palace. You get 90 minutes from when you were seated. Delicious. We highly recommend, especially Dad. He loved it.
I enjoyed myself. I didn't overdo it. My wife, she was like, "You're gonna Laurie,
my mother.
Yeah, she's like, "You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna be miserable." No, I wasn't miserable. I was not miserable.
This man ate 6 plates worth of food, I think.
I told her, I told both of them, I said my objective was to have them ban me for life out of their buffet. Didn't happen.
Because he ate too much.
It didn't happen.
Yeah. But Darrell is also commenting that the line was ultra long for walk-ins, like stupid long.
Yeah.
It was stupid long. Make a reservation. They have reservations, make one. Darrell said that his favorite was the smoked meats.
Yes.
He loved the brisket.
He loved the brisket. He said the brisket was very good.
Yeah. I can't relate. I'm not a huge smoked meats person. I love the seafood. I will have to say,
I love seafood.
Their dessert section, though, and I'm not a big sweets person, was amazing.
I think their lemon tart was the best.
My favorite was my foot's asleep, an ube cake and pudding. It was so good. It was not super sweet, and they have like 20 something flavors of gelato for you to try in sorbet, which is freaking amazing. Next tip for us to give you is you need to purchase your show or concert tickets in advance.
Oh yeah.
So my foot is asleep, and I'm so sorry. My foot is so asleep right now, and it's distracting me. The reason why we say this is if there's a specific show that you're wanting to go see, don't think you're going to show up to their box office and get a ticket. I will tell you, Jarrell and I went to go see Cirque du Soleil O. That theater was sold out. We bought our ticket the day before, and that theater was sold out. If you think you're going to walk up to a show and buy a ticket to at the box office, you may not get the seat you like, and you may.
Well, that's the whole thing. You might not. You might even be together.
Yeah.
If you're with a group, the seats might not be available that way.
Yeah. So, highly recommend that you purchase beforehand. And also, if you I think Cirque du Soleil is still running the promotion that if you buy tickets to one of their shows in Vegas and then you go try to purchase another one, the second show would be more discounted because you already purchased Cirque du Soleil shows online. So there's just that to be considered. So don't believe the people who are on the street. They're like, oh, do you want to go see a show? They're a third party. You just need to go online and purchase the tickets.
I think that's another thing. Laurie and Hannah, they really researched. They did their legwork and planning and everything. I mean, when you go out there, there's so many places that advertise different venues and shows and the Grand Canyon and the Hoover Dam and air flights at night or during the day for, different things. And you might want to research whether cost wise, if you can save better you doing it than you going to them.
Yeah. I have to say, when Mimi and I visited in 2019, we wanted to see Michael Jackson Cirque du Soleil show. It was cheaper for me to purchase it myself online versus the concierge at our hotel to purchase it. So just put that into perspective. Do your research. Don't trust everything that you think that you're going to get offered is going to be the best deal. It's not. Will Cooper said he went to a Cirque show in Atlanta 2 weeks ago. Enjoyed it very much. What show did you see? I love Cirque du Soleil. I've seen 6 Cirque du Soleil shows. 6 different Cirque du Soleil shows. I've seen 7 shows altogether.
Yeah, because you've probably seen one twice.
Yes, and do you know which one that was?
No, it's probably in Las Vegas.
It's Cirque du Soleil. Oh, that's my favorite. Jarrell did not like it that much, which saddens me because this is my favorite show. Is it has all to do with water. So it's like I do not speak French, but the French word for water or something sounds like it's like ill, which so they like took that pronunciation and just said "oh" because it sounds like "oh," but it has like the stage that turns into like a pool, and they have like people diving into the pool and acrobatics and all this stuff. I've seen this show twice. I saw it in 2019. I saw it this past time. It was fantastic. I loved it very much. My favorite show. I will see it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Yes. Oh, you saw Curious. Is that the one that's kind of like steampunky? It's like steampunk. Curious. I think that's what I'm thinking of. But yeah. Mom's favorite show was The Beatles Love Show. Mine too. I'm the outcast because this is also Jarrell's favorite show.
Yeah, I thought that it was amazing. I mean, the music,
of course, it was Beatles music.
Everything was just amazing. The choreography, the physical acrobatic things. I mean, it was just unreal.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. But I just have a lot of nostalgia with O, so I'm going to say O is my favorite. But Dad, Mom, and Jarrell said that this show was their favorite, so they highly recommend. If you're going to Vegas in the next year, you should definitely go see the show. It's at the Mirage. The Mirage has been bought by the Hard Rock Hotel company, and there's no guarantee that the Beatles show will be there once Hard Rock completely takes over. I think it would be completely dumb for the Hard Rock to get rid of the show.
Oh, yeah. It's
because it does with their theme, and everybody loves the show. But there's no guarantee that it will be there. It's definitely there for another year. They renewed their contracts until 2023, sometime in 2023, but you need to see it before Hard Rock completely takes over because, again, there's no guarantee. Jarrell says the Beatles was a clean production.
Well, I don't know if I just it had to be clean because they have children a part of the cast, and I just think overall, it's
That's not what he means by clean. He means it went smooth, like it's clean. Because Jarrell does with stage production.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I mean, I just thought it was the performance all the way around, even with the technical support cast, was just great. I mean,
all right. So the next tip we have for you is pack comfortable walking shoes. You will be walking a lot in Vegas. It doesn't make much sense for you to take a lift everywhere. A lot of places are very walkable. You just need good shoes for it. I did not take that advice. I wore the shoes that I'm wearing right now, and I got blisters on my toes. So wear tennis shoes more often than not if you can.
What day did we go to the pub?
We went to the pub the same day as the Grand Canyon. It was a Tuesday.
That was Tuesday, and it rained. It rained that night.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
it
rained in
was
Vegas.
So cold.
It was cold too.
Yeah, so pack comfortable waterproof walking shoes if you can.
Yeah,
it doesn't rain much in Vegas,
nope.
But it just happened to rain.
Yeah, it happened to rain on me and her.
Yep. The next thing we recommend is bring cash. You don't want to have to go looking for an ATM, and you definitely don't want to have to use an ATM in a casino because we talked about this before. So go to your bank where you live, get enough cash. Just relax. Don't worry about having to go find a place to get cash.
In a lot of, like where we stayed, a lot of hotels are trying to get away from the cash.
Oh yeah, they're cashless.
And the hotel we stayed in was totally cashless. That they put it on your bill. They didn't want to deal with cash miscellaneously on items and stuff like that. So if you went to the restaurant, the bar, their store, whatever, it went on your bill.
I will have to say that is a good point. You do need cash for certain aspects, but there are a lot of institutions and restaurants that are going completely cashless. The place we ate at in Circa, I think 88 East, they were a cashless place. So they required everything to be put on a card. So you need to bring both. Don't think that you're just going to survive with one form of payment versus the other. You need both in Vegas.
Yeah, because the Lyfts and the Ubers, that's all they deal in is straight payment.
I mean, it's through your phone.
Yeah, it's through your phone. You can't pay. They don't want to put them in that risk area either.
I mean, it's not like hailing a cab.
Yeah.
You do it through your phone. Plan to enjoy some of the free attractions in Vegas. We were talking about how expensive Vegas can be, but there are some things that you can do for free. One of them being the Bellagio fountains. My advice for the Bellagio fountains: get there early. Stand right next to the barrier, because if you stand a little bit behind the barrier, you're gonna have a jack. I want to say it so bad, but I can't because there may be children. A jerk, who says, like he did to me, "Sorry, lady," and cuts right in front of me because I was standing right next to the barrier. But so I had to watch my video I filmed like with my hands up afterwards because that guy. Lovely. But yeah, Bellagio fountains. It goes off every half hour during the day, and then once the sun sets, it's every 15 minutes. Bellagio Conservatory. The Bellagio is one of the most expensive places to stay on the Strip, but they got some free stuff. And the Bellagio Conservatory, it changes 5 times a year. They everything you see, like in this picture, this is what the exhibit that we were looking at.
Live.
Yeah, everything on the ground was fresh. It was flowers and pumpkins that are actually real. It's not fake. It's beautiful. They change it with the seasons, and they change it with I think the Lunar New Year. So there's 5 different exhibitions. What's the word? Versions each year. Flamingo Wildlife Habitat at the Flamingo Hotel. This is free. We tried to take advantage of this when we went to the Flamingo, but there's some sort of bird flu or something going around, and they didn't want to put their animals at risk, which is completely understandable. So we didn't see the birds. But just if that's not going around when you're there, try to go see them because it's free and there's a lot of them. Let's see. Fall of Atlantis show at Caesar's Palace. It's like I think it's in the Grand Forum shops in Caesar's Palace. There's like a big old fountain, and every so often these animatronics will come up, and there's like fireworks and water and animatronics, and it's free. Yeah, so just so you know. Fremont Street Experience. This is also free. Would I go see it again? I don't like Fremont. Let me just be completely transparent. I may be in the minority. It's not my favorite place to be. It makes me nervous during the daytime. I don't like it.
You got to do it at least once.
You got to do it once, but
at least once.
I don't like Fremont. I said it back in 2019, and I don't like it now. It's just all the people trying to perform and people getting arrested like crazy down there. It's too much for my it's too much for my brain. I can't handle it. But yeah, Fremont Street. It's over the Fremont Street is the old Vegas, the original strip.
Yeah, near the Golden Nugget and stuff like that. And so you need to experience it once. I mean, it's not something that you have to do every time you go to Vegas.
Yeah, but I mean, they have like a light production. I mean, like it goes with the music they play. You can go see it at least once. I'm not going to see it again. I've seen it twice. I'm okay. All right. The next free thing is at the Wynn Hotel. They have this thing at night called the Lake of Dreams. They have a bar there. The bar used to be called Parasol Down. It's called something else now. They rebranded it. But you can have a drink at this bar, but you don't have to. You can watch it without, having a drink. But they have this free show on their lake every night, and it's like it goes, I think, every 30 minutes or something. It's at the Wynn. That's free as well. Next, we highly recommend when you go to Vegas, I would say the number one thing to do in Vegas is to explore the resorts. The resorts are there. Most of them are themed, and it's just fun.
Just go and walk through Caesar and see the artwork.
Yeah.
Is amazing.
You mean the Venetian? Or do you mean Caesar's?
Caesar's and Venetia.
Oh.
Both of them. I mean, you see the statues and see the artwork on the ceiling and stuff like that. Both of them. I mean, you can kill a lot of time right there.
Yeah. So what resorts were our favorite to visit? The Venetian.
Yeah.
Again, it looks like you're in Venice. They have gondola rides. I personally wouldn't do the gondola ride. Yeah. It's too short. I don't want to pay money for that. I'd rather walk around and just look at everything. It's really pretty. My personal favorite is the Bellagio.
I like the Bellagio.
The Bellagio is just so classic. I don't know what. It's just clean. Yeah. It's just so nice and refreshing, and I just love the Bellagio. The Conservatory, the O Theater, their casino is one of the cleanest ones. They got they got the world's largest chocolate fountain.
Yeah, your mother showed it to me.
Yeah, so the Bellagio is just a great place to be. The Cosmopolitan. Mom loves the Cosmopolitan because what we're looking at right here, that's a big chandelier. And there's a bar in the middle of that chandelier, and it's called the Chandelier Bar. And it's like a 3-story chandelier that you can have a drink within. My other favorite is not in this presentation, but I absolutely love New York, New York. It's so cheesy, but I love New York, New York.
I haven't been to New York, so I don't have a comparison. She has, but I like the family type
atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, it's just and it's like you walk through New York. It's like a bunch of different restaurants next to each other.
It's called like the streets of New York,
and you get to choose from of all kinds of food. I mean, it's not one particular food. It's all kinds of cultural food that you want and types, and you're not stuck in one aspect of it.
Yeah. I love New York because you just walk through. Its casino is one of the smaller casinos, but I love New York's casino. It's just so quaint. And when you walk through the streets of New York, they call it, and it looks like you're walking through some streets on New York. You're surrounded by like all these restaurants and all these shops and things like that. And the Big Apple roller coaster, when it is running, it runs directly through New York.
Yeah, Mom told me about
so that. When you're sitting in the casino, you can see the roller coaster.
I know it. This is not free. I enjoyed it. She took it to me because they already seen it before, and the Mob Museum.
Oh.
I enjoyed the Mob Museum. It gives you an outlook aspect of Las Vegas back in the old days and everything, and the ties with the mob and the ties with how Vegas grew to what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was worth the money that you spend to get, do your walkthrough tour on your own.
The Mob Museum is nice because it's also part of mob history is the actual building, because they had the Kefauver trials where they were trying to find out the heart of the mob, where their money was lying, things like that. And those trials actually took place when they went in Nevada in that courthouse where the Mob Museum is. And then once you're done with your tour through the Mob Museum, you can go down into the Speakeasy.
Yeah.
So.
And have a drink.
But here are some pictures. There's Mom and Dad. This is at the Venetian in the Love thing. And then there's me and Jarrell. Yeah, that's us. Jarrell says that his favorite is MGM Grand or Caesar's Palace. That's his favorite. But yeah, I know we need to wrap up because Loveys is going on right now. But Las Vegas vlogs will be coming out in the near future. Be on the lookout. We're still having to wrap up the Alaska cruise, the NCL Encore cruise series. We have the New York series after that, and then we'll have Las Vegas. So hopefully in the next couple of months you'll see those come out. But yeah, I'm trying to remove this thing. There we go. But thank you all for being here.
Yeah. Appreciate you viewing.
Yeah. Thank you for filling in for Mom. She's probably watching going, man.
Oh my, they went over the time.
Yeah.
They don't watch the clock.
But thank you all for joining us, and we appreciate you being here, especially if you stayed to the end. Lovey's Fat Life is going on right now, and then Beach Please will be at 9 p.m. And if you haven't already, if you're not subscribed to our channel, please do that, and we will really appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up button on this live. But thank you so much for being here. We hope that you all stay safe out there, stay healthy, and don't forget to journey on. Oh my gosh, you remembered it. Good.
Happy holidays.
All right, bye.